Neither Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson have made this an obvious decision for the coaching staff. Take a listen.
We'll work through that. You know, we got obviously had today. We got a preseason game. We got some practices next week, and we'll work through it. Again, I don't have an exact timetable on it, but sooner than later would be nice.
So there's a bad sign that this is still a competition.
Listen, I think this is an indictment on Daniel Jones. Like they paid Daniel Jones. Everything they've done, their actions have said, we really would rather not go into the year with Anthony Richardson as the starter. And then the preseason comes, and 3 plays in, he gets lit up and gets hurt. And so every opportunity for them to be like, hey, it's Daniel Jones' job has been there, and they won't say it. And from what I understand from reading the reports is because at training camp, Daniel Jones, and this is going to shock people, Coach, you know who he's looked a lot like? Daniel Jones. Okay. I mean, like, you know what that reminds me of? The guy who used to play quarterback with the Giants. What was his name? So, yeah, I don't think this is an example of 2 quarterbacks who are just, you know, killing it and they can't make the decision. It's quite the opposite.
I disagree. With a quarterback competition, you want to go through as much as you can to try to get to the right decision. You know, the old adage, measure twice, cut once type of thing. And unfortunately, I don't think that even a week from now, they're going to be happy with either decision. I don't think anybody's become the clear-cut favorite. And I would imagine organizationally, the general manager really wants Anthony Richardson to work out, and Daniel Jones was brought in as the safeguard, you know, if it doesn't work out or if it continues to look like what it looked like last season. And for him to go in this first preseason game and get lit up not knowing where the protection is and where the hot blitzer is coming from, to me, screams that there hasn't been very much progress. Mm-hmm. But I would bet that throughout the course of the season, we're going to see both those guys play because they're going to be disappointed with both of them. Yeah. But organizationally, they desperately, desperately want Anthony Richardson to work. It's just not working.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible sign that Jones has not taken the position. I agree with Nick in that I think they wanted Jones to come in and be the starter, and not bridge, because I agree with you in that I think ultimately they want Richardson to pan out, but they know he's not ready. They felt he's probably not going to be ready this season, so we got Jones there, and then Anthony can keep learning and developing, and maybe next year. No, I get it, but he was a complete project and has only played 15 games. And the fact to me that Daniel Jones cannot definitively beat out a guy.
Injured Anthony Richardson.
Injured, completes 50% of his passes and only played 15 games and already didn't have any experience coming out of college is an indictment. Like, I don't think Jones has even looked like the Jones with the Giants. As bad as that was at time, he did have moments with the Giants. They thought, well, if we get that Daniel Jones, then it'll work for him.
You also have a player there that you want to, let's say that was the plan to bring Daniel Jones in. You don't want to totally shut down Anthony Richardson. Okay, so if you come in and you say there's a quarterback competition, and then a week into it you're like, oh, Daniel Jones is the starter, Anthony Richardson is going to look at this and say, you never gave me a legitimate shot.
No, that's
you
fair.
didn't go long enough.
But
so then he could easily be like, okay, you don't care. You know, you're not giving me the chance that you promised me, and that could negatively impact the relationship for a lot, right or wrong.
You think that'll be the like? Let's say Jones does end up the starter. They don't announce it till a few days before the regular season. Do you think that would be a problem with Richardson? Or he'll accept
I think it's going to be less of a problem because then you could objectively say, we gave you every opportunity to win this job. He objectively beat you out. And then as a player, you're like, you can handle it. You're not happy, but you can handle it better.
Does Purdy have his favorite Avenger? I don't know what the story is. Just CMC highlights, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Zepbound means change.